G'day, my name is Scott Bicken. I'm the CEO and founder of Migrate, and I wanted to share with you something that today is a very exciting next chapter in the history of the Global Wealth Group and Migrate. And what's important is that it's only going to enhance your investor experience. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our property team and we effectively are going to create a separate company with a separate brand. Now, what does that mean to you? Well, nothing is going to change for you. In fact, it's not going to affect your fees, it's not going to affect the way that you are communicated with, and most importantly, it's actually going to bring you three major advantages going forward. Let's look at them. The first one is that when you look at our KPIs, we now have members in 117 countries. We have investors from 55 countries. We facilitated over $500 million worth of real estate deals around the world, and we have over $100 million of assets under management. It was time to separate out the companies. It was time to allow the property team to purely be focused on getting good quality property deals in specific niches, focused purely on the returns and on their portfolio strategy, which ultimately reduces the risks and increases the returns for the investors. And equally, it was time for the platform to really be allowed to grow. The second point was when you look at any great marketplaces, look at Amazon, it didn't try and run its own bookstore. If you look at Uber, it didn't try and run its own taxi service. If you look at Airbnb, it didn't try and run its own hotel. It was time to separate out a very world-class platform team and a world-class property team. And the third one, and probably the most important one, is that by doing this, it allows the property team to be able to be focused, as I said, in one niche. But what that will do is it'll attract the institutions. And with the institutions, we will be able to go after better investments. We will be able to go after A-class investments in first world countries. And with the institutions investing, we will not only get access to better deals, but we'll be able to take down bigger deals, which will allow you, the investor, to get access to better quality deals and better returns. On the other side of the fence, from a marketplace perspective, there are three key components. The first one is trust. You know, when you think about when you go on holiday or you book a table for a night out or you buy something on Amazon, the way that we trust each other is through a thing called social proofing. It's through all the ratings and the systems, and we are building all those applications into the platform so that people can make better informed decisions for them and themselves, and ultimately increasing trust when they actually invest. The second thing is it's all about selection. You know, we don't want to only have medical commercial buildings in America. We want to have houses or apartments in London, apartments in Manhattan, maybe buildings in China, immigration options in Portugal or Cyprus, maybe commercial buildings in South Africa or industrial buildings in Australia. What about German properties in Germany? The bottom line is, it comes down to, are the fundamentals right? Is there a demand for that market? Do we have the right partners on the ground to be able to execute? And if we can tick those three boxes, then we should be bringing more diversity and selection so that individuals can build the personal portfolios that they want and not just the only things that are available. Think of it like a supermarket. When you go into a supermarket, you want to have that variety and selection. It's exactly the same on the Migrate marketplace. And the third thing, it's all about convenience. Apple also was about customer experience, but actually Amazon is all about the customer experience. It's the biggest and most expensive company in the world right now, and that is for more than 20 years. All they have focused on is how they can enhance the customer experience. How can they make it faster, cheaper, safer, simpler? And that's exactly what we'll be doing on the platform perspective so that we can solve your problems and make the convenience of investing, whether it's locally or internationally, that much better. Our dream is to get investing down and making it as simple as a swipe of a finger from literally $1. And that really talks to the convenience of where we want to go. So ultimately, those are the three reasons, and all three of them are going to ensure that you as an investor have a far better experience. Our property company is going to be called Orvest. And I am deeply, deeply excited because with a new, with the current team, with a new CEO, with a board, as I said to you, it will attract institutional investment, which is great for you, the investor, and me, the investor, because ultimately we'll get access to better deals. If you want to know more about this, we're actually going to have an Ask Anything session on the 4th of September. The CEO of Orvest, Martin Freeman, and myself, the CEO of WealthE, will actually be on a webinar just to answer any questions that people have over the coming months as you see it evolving in terms of where you're at. So to clarify, if your investor is not going to affect your returns in any way, you will still be getting communication, everything on the WealthE platform. The only difference is that Orvest will now be taking control of the communication and the deals and getting better returns for you, the investor. And so going forward, Orvest will be one of our strategic property partners, and our intention on the platform is to go out and to get many more Orvests so that you've got access to good quality deals and good quality partners. And so that's Scott signing out a very exciting new chapter in the history of this group, and I have absolutely no doubt that this involvement is going to not only improve your experience, but my ambition is to 10x your investor experience. And that's why we're doing what we do, so that we can improve your investment experience. Here's to creating global wealth. Cheers.